Good morning. As the announcements were given a few moments ago, I was just reminded how blessed we are to live where we live at the time we live. Just yesterday, my daughter, we were driving out bus visiting, and she said, "Daddy, how long has it been since electricity's been around?" I said, "Well, actually, not that long." It's little questions kids bring up, and it made me think, just over 100 years, 120, 130, I guess. Certainly wasn't widespread 120 years ago. And the things we can do, the opportunities that has given us, and that's one of oodles of things that God has done for us to put us in a time and a place where we can serve Him. And it's something that, as I've wondered over the last month or so, what would the Lord have me to say this morning? I just want to share with you some opportunities I've been given to serve Him and to thank Him for them. When I was very young, the emphasis growing up here was to submit to God and to serve Him. Whatever He wants you to do, to be open, to be available. And so when I was in junior high, my junior high youth pastor really pushed us to jump in. He, and here's where I better go on the script. He told us, "This is your church. Jump in. Come to work party." And I can say, as I look back, many are the lessons I've learned at work party, being a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old. Working with older men in the church who knew things. I knew nothing, and I learned that I knew nothing. Some of these men have gone home to be with the Lord since then. Okay, there's a baton that needs taken up and run with. Whether it was Foodathon, which, if you're looking for an opportunity, it was announced a little more than a week ago. It's a whole church activity. Everybody's welcome to help in some way. Doing kind things for older folks without them knowing who did it. There was all kinds of things that my junior high youth pastor taught me. But as we got older, it's not all just junior high fun. We certainly did have a lot of fun. I was asked, this was just a bunch of friends, "Hey, we got a nursing home that could use some young people to help in. You want to come with us?" "Yeah, I don't do anything else on Saturdays. Let's do it." As I got a little older, it's, "Hey, we need some help with the night guard." "Hey, would you be interested in getting your CDL to help drive buses?" I laugh because the first thing out of my bus captain's mouth when I said, "Hey, church is going to hire me and I'm going to work at the church," he says, "Well, then you better get your CDL, bud." But that's what comes with working for the Lord, is just being available. But these things, really, just being a help and being available gets your mind off of yourself and off of material possessions. We also live in a time in history where the material possessions we can amass to ourselves are just incredibly large amounts of things. And we get so caught up in the things we have and the things we think we need and the latest this or that. But when we help others, He blesses us much more than the things and the stuff we have can. But I would also say God can take the things and the stuff that we need in this life because we are in this world, and He can use them for His glory. Just a few years ago, I had my car. I liked my car. I never, ever wanted a van. Vans are for crazy people. An opportunity came up, and God made it very apparent that I was to get this van for my bus route, to be able to shuttle people around. Well, a few weeks ago, this van gave problems. I was driving the bus down 49. My wife calls. I get the message. She's broke down on the side right behind us. The van won't go more than 25 miles an hour. It won't shift. Welcome to American-made vehicles. And I prayed right there at the stoplight, "God, you told me to get this van. You know what wacky thing is going on with the computer in that van. You can make that van work. She started the van back up, and it worked, if I remember right. I think she got it home, and I came back 20 minutes after we got back, and it worked. And it just reminded me, we may not be out of hot water. I may have to go replace the van this week. So be it, because it's just stuff. It's things. But we are to use the things that we have for him. And as I was at that stoplight just praying, God, you wanted me to have this, and I've given it to you. You can take care of me, and he certainly has. Last thing I want to mention is just empowered youth. I was so thrilled to be here listening to the sermons, and I grew up here, so I went through many of my own empowered youths, and the older I get, it's like the sermons are more for me. It's kind of a weird way to put that, but there's a lot of late nights before empowered youth getting ready for it, and if you don't do these things with some prayer and time with God, they can be very meaningless. God can give us the strength to get the work done that we need to. God is the one who needs to give us the strength to give our things over to him and to trust him with our things. So I was excited to see so many people jump in, whether it was food or driving buses in the middle of the night for empowered youth. Literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of hours that went into last week. And to see God work, these things had a huge impact on my life as a teenager, and I hope they continue to. I hope they continue to have an impact on you teenagers now. And I would highly suggest, if this morning you're saying, I just want to see God work in my life, jump in. Go find something to do for him.